Pressing that down, chessboard in the light, pieces in a row, ready for the night. Every piece unique, knights roam around, bishop slide oblique, soon the pawns surround. Checkmates and castles, battles on the squares. Just if we stop the tactics, winning everywhere. Opponents get nervous, rooks move with speed. Chastity keeps her cool, focus indeed. She'll show you the websites where she likes to play. Watch it stream highlights, and you'll learn the way. Every move calculated, every step so clear. She's the queen of the board, no need to fear. We don't always make the best move, but the point of chess is to have fun. If you keep playing, you'll learn and groove. You'll believe me when the game is done. Whether you're a powerful queen or just a slow-moving pawn, soon you'll become a chess machine, playing in your dreams from dusk to dawn. Some people call chess a game, while others say it's a fight. Perhaps it's all the same, the dance of black and white. Chess is for people of every kind. It doesn't matter who or what you are. You have all the power in your mind. Learn to checkmate like a star. Opponents get nervous, opposed to speed, looks move with speed. Opponents get nervous, run who to where. Opponents get nervous, looks move with speed. Chastity keeps her cool, focused indeed, focused indeed. She'll show you the websites.
Hello everyone, I am streaming right now from my iPad. I go to work in about half an hour, but I am with my friend Tam, who is my first chess student, and I'm going to be showing her some stuff. And see, first of all, Tam, I want to explain to you, hopefully they should be able to hear us because I have the microphone on.
Right.
Is I have 38 followers on Twitch here, and it shows people who have recently followed me. People follow me. I teach chess online to the whole world.
Oh, wow.
Just like Levy Rosman. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch apps. We're going to go to Lead Chess, and you see the little icon that's up there that's red, the circle and everything, and that means I'm streaming to Twitch with one app, but now I'm on Lead Chess.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you, so I'm going to give you some chess lessons right from my iPad while you're sitting next to me on the couch. This is what I've been planning, and nobody seems interested except my friend Gracie, my loyal friend Gracie. She comments like on every Twitch stream.
Oh, cool.
And she's amazing. She lives in New York, so she can't be with me right now, but maybe she'll visit.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's what we're going to do is we're going to go, this is what I love about Lead Chess so much, the analysis board. The analysis board, anybody has, I think even if you don't have an account, you can access the analysis board. But the analysis board acts as your own personal chessboard, but it's on your iPad or your computer, whichever you access. So the analysis board allows two people to play chess with each other, even if, there's no account. So I'm going to be teaching you my favorite openings.
Okay, cool.
So there's a lot of different chess openings. A lot of people debate over which is the best opening. And the answer to the best chess opening and the best chess move is always The one that your opponent doesn't see coming.
Yeah.
It's when you surprise your opponent.
Yeah.
So first I'm gonna go over the Queen's Gambit because it's been a while, so you may not remember this, but I'm going to show you. I'm gonna be showing you right here. So the Queen's Gambit. So white does the Queen's pawn 2 squares,
Right.
and then black does the exact same thing and copies.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Right,
part.
and now here's the thing. Now black might do something else,
Uh-huh.
but this is common because a lot of times when people see a white do a move, they're like, "I'll just copy that."
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was when the pawn goes there.
Now that's when the king's pawn 2 squares forward is the most popular move.
Oh, okay.
It's the most popular for white or black.
Okay.
They both like to do that, and there's reasons, but I'm a hipster, okay? I do things differently. And I'm a queen now. I used to be a king and now I'm a queen because I'm
Right.
transgender, you know. So, but this is very common because if both queens have done their queen's pawn, then what we do here is we move this pawn. So white moves this pawn, the pawn in front of their bishop next to their queen. And notice how it says down there,
Queen's Gambit.
it says Queen's Gambit, and it shows the move list right down here at the bottom of the screen. It shows the moves in chess notation.
I see that.
And it says it's the Queen's Gambit. Now, the Queen's Gambit is a tricky opening because the queen. Now, there's a lot of openings that are played. There's chess books written of all the openings, but the Queen's Gambit is one of those few openings that you actually see by the grandmasters.
Oh, wow.
The official over the board tournaments, you're not going to be seeing a lot of the gambits because they're too risky. But the Queen's Gambit, here's what's great about it. So remember, white had moved this pawn. Now it's black's turn. So black here gets to decide what to do here. Now, and here's where it gets even more interesting because this is the analysis board, you have access to the opening explorer. Now, you see these we see here at the bottom here, it has the move notations and it tells how many games that people played that. And there's settings here too. Okay, wait, that's computer settings. I don't want that. We don't want to use the computer. We want to use our own mind to figure this out.
Right.
But what we are using is we're looking at the database. This is the opening explorer. So here's what does this tell us? This is gonna improve if you want to learn chess and to be good at it. This is the best tool to use. Like, I swear, because here's what this does is black sees that white did this, and black's like, well, what do I do? Should I capture this pawn or should I do something else?
Right.
Now, if you look at the database, you will see that the most people, that's 430,936 people. And I don't know if that's all time. It's probably not all time. It's probably just past month or so. I'm not sure entirely how the database, but more people have played the move E6 than anything else. But other people like C6. But then some people capture it. Now, DXC4, what that means is capturing, because I will teach you chess notation. Chess notation is amazing. That's how people used to play chess games over the mail.
Oh,
they used to write down, oh, here's my move, and people used to use like carrier pigeons and like send each other letters and like, oh, here's my chess move. You know, it's funny.
Wow.
So the chess notation tells us everything. So now what DXC4, now what you might wonder, why would capturing this pawn be called DXC4? Well, that's because notice the letters, they're hard to read because I have like the grayscale thing.
Yeah.
We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
Oh, I can barely see it.
Yeah, the theme I have makes it hard, but basically, so this is the D pawn. So this pawn, the white's pawn here is on D4, but this is on D5. But then DXC4 means using the D pawn that's on the D pawn, and then capturing the pawn that's on the C4 square. So here's the thing: is if black captures this pawn, that's exactly what white wanted them to do.
Okay, now
Be-
why is that?
Yeah, this is where this is really, I love teaching you this because see, black looks like, hey, I can just capture that pawn. Why not just capture the pawn?
Right.
Well, what black doesn't realize, especially new players, they fall for this. What they don't realize is that that pawn is going to get captured pretty soon anyway. So here's what Levy Rosman, the internet chess teacher, recommends, and I think his reasoning is good. Is what you do here is here. Now you move your king's pawn 2 squares forward. See, that pawn that we sacrificed was a distraction. It was a diversion to get that pawn off of that square so that we can move our king's pawn there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the idea. Now, if we had moved our king's pawn there while that pawn was still there, it would have captured it, but we couldn't, because the king can't move like a queen. But so now here's the thing. White has control of the center, but now it's black's turn. So what is black gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, see, this is great. This is gonna improve your chess game so much. This is funny. So now black sees, oh well, now the white moved their king's pawn 2 squares, and this bishop is targeting this this pawn. So here's the thing: is how is black gonna defend this pawn? And they could try. They can't move their queen here. Like they can move the queen here, but then it gets captured. See, so that's a bad move. But then see, we can go back moves.
Oh, so
see,
that's what the analysis board is.
Right.
Like
It lets you can go forward and back. The idea.
It's kind of like a working game. Like
yes.
you can just
yeah.
go back and forth. And
basically, you have the same control over this as you would a physical board and pieces.
Oh, okay.
So that's why the lead chess analysis board is the best teaching tool.
I see.
And you can use it from any device you can imagine.
That's really cool.
So black can't use the queen to defend that pawn. So and what else can they use? So here's what they do. Look, they try to defend this pawn with this pawn, so that if the bishop captures it, see if the bishop captures that pawn,
then that's gone.
Yeah. And white, if they're smart, they won't do that. So then what is white gonna do? This is genius. There are so many grandmasters who have explained this. So then what we do is white moves their rook pawn here, and it threatens to capture this. Now, this pawn could capture that pawn, but if it does, then the rook captures it. And you see how that is?
Yeah.
So instead, they may want to defend it with this pawn. 'Cause a lot of people will do this. Well, that's the part of the trap is that then white, like, hey, I'll capture that pawn, and then see they capture this back right here. But now what has this done? See, what this has done is now this rook can go anywhere along here. And notice the little circles. See, the little circles will tell you which squares that it can move to. So this is crazy. So here now we can't capture this pawn yet, obviously. We can't do that yet. But what we can do, and this is really funny, is we can literally, white has control
There's
here.
a lot of options.
See, here's the point of the Queen's Gambit is it gives the white player control. If you're playing white and you start using the Queen's Gambit...
Well, you have control, but there's too many options.
Well, that's the thing. The good thing about chess is that there are options, allowing people to use their minds and make their choice of what they want to do. That's kind of the point. However, there's only some of those options which are actually good moves. And the point about being a chess player is over time, you start training your brain to see what the good moves are. And as you start seeing what really is the best move, you're going to improve. Your rating will go up and you'll win more often. But there's people, they're using computers to cheat and beat me. I know, because when I play over the board with people, I always win.
Yeah.
But they're better players than me. I'm not the... But here's the thing. So here, there's so many different options here.
Yeah.
But I will give you a little bit of an interesting tip. So knight f3. So with this knight here, but we move it to here. That's called knight f3.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll go back to the just well, actually the move list is all cluttered there because we've had different variations
Oh,
here.
right.
But I'll just go back to there. But this is called knight f3, so you have to trust me on that because the third row, but the f file. Now this is almost always this is a good move. Like almost always this is a good move, and the reason for that is that this knight, once you get a knight there, it has many options. It can go here, 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 here. Now this knight could go here too, and that's not bad. It's just not necessarily what we want because we have this pawn here. We don't want to, coming after the knight. But now here's what black will probably do. They say, ooh, look, I'm going to move my bishop here. And see, here's the thing is they can do that. And they could, of course, they can capture our knight. But, that's not the biggest problem. We still have control of the board because we're confusing the hell out of black. That's what the white player who plays the Queen's Gambit opening, they're trying to confuse their black opponent just to no end and win the game by just confusing them. And so that's part of what's so great. Now obviously here we see that white can't move the knight because then the bishop captures the queen. But then we still have so many cool options here. For example, first of all, we could threaten that bishop. We could do that if we want to. I'm just not sure if we want to do that, but let's just go ahead for the sake of example. So we threaten that bishop. Now the bishop has options. It could go back like that and not get captured. But a lot of people are greedy, and they're just going to come, I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm going to capture this. And then we're going to capture it back with our queen. So they sacrifice the bishop to kill the knight. So that's what a lot of people will do, obviously, because, knights are powerful, especially when I use them. But the thing is, now it's black's move, and we're going to start seeing what they try to do. So they might, for example, they might try to move their knight out. They might try to do something and start attacking us. Well, here's where it gets even better. So check this out. So they've blocked our queen's access to that square. Obviously, you usually want to attack that square if you can and get a bishop and queen combination there. But they move that knight out thinking they're going to do something with it. So then what do? We push this pawn here and attack the knight because pawns capture diagonally, remember? So they have to move the knight. Now, where are they going to move this knight to? Check this out. Like, where in the world? Like, you see this? So, because if the knight goes here, take it. But let's go back. But if the knight goes here, take.
Yeah.
So, and if the knight goes here, we still take it.
Right.
Well,
what if it goes there?
Yes, if it goes here, the queen. Oh, okay. Now, if it goes there, see, the queen won't take it because, then that queen would take it. But see, basically, what we've already done, we've already started chasing the knight around. So the knight has options. It can go either to that square, or it can go to the one in front of the queen, or it can go back where it came from. And probably this might actually be the best move in this case for black. But remember, white still has all kinds of other pieces, going on here. So we still haven't even used this bishop or this knight or this rook.
Yeah.
We haven't used anything here. This is incredible. So now let's see what we can do here. Let's start moving this pawn here, and then basically that they may start trying to get their other pieces moved. So I'll just make example moves. They might start doing that so they can get their bishop out. And then here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this bishop behind the queen for a strong diagonal here. Yeah. Okay. And then so now black is gonna try to make a move, obviously. So they're probably gonna try. Hey, I'm gonna put the king in check. That's probably what they'll do.
Wow.
And they can do that. but that we have lots of options. We can move the king, but we don't really want to do that. We can block with either this bishop or the knight. See, we can block with the bishop there. And then if they capture the bishop, then we just capture back with the knight. And that is actually what I love to do. And there's a reason for that, why I love to do that. Because sure, we could block with the knight, but knights are my best piece. And that does.
Are they better than bishops?
When I use them, they are, because I'm good at seeing knight forks. But see, this is a really bad move here in this position, and you know why this is bad? Look, this knight can just capture this knight.
Oh,
and then we can capture it, but then they put me in check, so that's why it's a really bad move. So
I see that.
So you have to think ahead.
You always have to think ahead.
So here, that in this position, moving the bishop here is actually the best move, because then they'll take the bishop, and then we'll capture it back, and then and
then you're out of danger, basically.
Yes. So now we've eliminated their bishop there. So now they'll probably try to castle here, and we could also castle that. But we have options because we got the knight and bishop. Now we can do this on either side. So we could castle like this as white.
Yeah.
Or we could be crazy and we could go here. And so it depends on the position of the board.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need to teach you castling. So now the rules for castling are: it's the only time where the king moves 2 squares in 1 turn. And it only is legal to do this if the king and that rook haven't moved. Now remember, none of them have moved. So here we can do this. See, the king goes 2 squares, and then the square that the king skipped over is where the rook goes. So basically, it's a quick defense. If you see danger coming, you can do that, but not if you've already moved your king or that rook.
But you can castle on the other side too, huh?
Yes. And now here's the thing: is I like to in this case I actually like to castle on this side. And why do I want to do that? Well, look at this. They castled their king here. See. So if we get both of the rooks on this side here, then we'll see what happens. Now, black doesn't really have any attack. Not many chances to attack. Obviously, they can try some things. For example, they may try to come here with their queen, and let's say you're playing another person, they're not familiar with the Queen's Gambit, or they probably wouldn't have captured that pawn.
Right.
Well, but then we could just chase their queen away, like.
Easily,
and so they're running into so many so many limitations on what they can do here, and it's just wild. So it doesn't look like it, but white is pretty much winning in this situation.
Well, it's kind of like the white is prepared.
Right,
like
exactly. If you are the more prepared player, you know what I'm saying. If you have a strategy, then your opponent they might make some moves here and there, but it's really just hard to beat somebody when they are prepared and just having a plan here. So it's bizarre. Now, obviously, this is still at the beginning of the game. We've made some moves, but both sides still have their queen, and obviously it's a little bit different when I'm making the moves for both sides, because I'm choosing where both move.
Right.
And so, but that's kind of for the sake of a teaching example. But it's just wild because black has yet to really form a plan. Oh, and there's another rule that I need to teach you here. Remember en-passant?
No, I forgot.
Okay. Even my father forgot this move. So
I'm sorry.
En-passant is the only other weird rule besides castling. I just showed you castling. But en-passant, a lot of players forget this, but this is an official rule. If it's when it goes two spaces. Yeah. You've got it. See,
that's it.
Black moves their pawn 2 spaces, but in en-passant, we capture it in passing. So we
Right.
pretend that it had only moved one,
Right.
and that this pawn captured it.
Okay, see, and I thought that, okay,
Yeah.
so the black moved 2 spaces.
Yes, and then we captured it the same as if it had moved one.
Oh, wow.
So it's the exact same result as if it had moved only one. So
See,
now
I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was black moved 2 spaces and captured the white.
no, not like that, because pawns don't move that way.
See, I was confused.
Yeah, but see, en passant, people forget it, but it's an official rule. And so here now we have a funny situation here, because now black has options here, because they could capture this pawn with the rook, which is actually probably a good move, but now they're attacking the queen here.
Right.
You know,
So what would you do?
well, there's all kinds of
Move the queen?
yeah, probably in this case, I'm probably just gonna move the queen here, because I mean, why not get it out of danger?
Yeah.
And then they can try, but their movement options are very limited here, and they'll probably what they're gonna do. They're probably gonna like try to get their rooks combined here and do something dangerous like that. But then
Can
we
the
could.
bishop take the knight here yet?
It could, yeah, technically it could, but that's what a lot of people would do. But look at this situation. If we try to do that, we have a problem, because see, now the rooks are combined, and now they're gonna put my queen on the run. We don't want that. So here, instead, what we're gonna do here, instead of capturing that, now we're just going to we're gonna have to put something in the way to stop this. So let's see what one thing we could do, obviously, is we could go here and block that. Now, what I did this on purpose as an example to show you, well, that blocks this attack here, because if they do that, then we capture back. But when doing that, another thing is, there's all sorts of things to consider, but that's what I love, the thinking process.
Right.
But now see what that does is that allows black to go here and capture this pawn. That's what's completely freaky about it.
Yeah.
So it has its downsides, but at the same time, that's gonna change the board in this bizarre way. So let's see, what will we want to do here as white? So
Wow.
okay, one thing we can do is see, we can put this we can put this in line with here, and then let's just say, for the sake of example, they do something like that. And this is where it starts getting freaky, because now see, white can capture this knight, and the knight thinks, oh, I'm just gonna capture this bishop back, ignoring the fact that now you see, it was a distraction. The bishop moving out just got it out of the way of the rook.
Can that happen a lot in a game? Can
All
you distract people from
yes.
other places?
One
on
of the
board?
best ways to win in chess is you'll move a piece in a certain spot, so that the queen will capture it. Is to get the queen to go to that spot, so then you can move a knight and you can fork the king and the queen and then capture the queen. So by allowing your opponent to capture something only so that you can win the game by destroying them, that's called a gambit. The word gambit means a sacrifice, and the whole point of the queen's gambit is you're sacrificing a pawn so that you get your pieces moved out faster than they do, and you're letting them capture things, but then you're just going to destroy them. So now we see white's completely winning here. Like this is just insane.
Yeah.
And I hope this explains some things, because see, here's what's so cool about it is I don't have a time right now to do a full game, obviously,
Right.
but I'm going to be showing you in future lessons. I'm going to be playing some live chess, and I'm going to be showing you how I win actual games against real people.
Okay.
But what I can show you really quick before I end this, because I do need to get myself to work, obviously. But another feature is we can play against the computer. So what's great about playing with a computer is you can do it that doesn't have to be another person. It just helps you to practice. So like if since you're very beginner, here's what we would do with you, for example, is we would do the level 1 computer, because the level 1 computer is beatable, obviously. But it's still going to be a challenge for new players. So let's try this. I specifically chose to play as white just so we can try out the Queen's Gambit here and see if it works. So here we do this, and let's see, what is black going to do? Now, isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Now they move the king's pawn 1 square, but why didn't they move it 2 squares?
Right.
Well, because if they had, we would have captured it. See, so they had to move it only 1 square. But let's proceed to move this other pawn and see what we get. Now notice.
Now they did it.
You know what's hilarious about this example? This is called the Queen's Gambit declined.
What?
Yes, because it's the same. Okay, so what if we had played the Queen's Gambit and then they had moved their king's pawn 1 square? That would be called the Queen's Gambit declined. But we reached the Queen's Gambit declined by a different move order, because they moved this pawn before the other one, but we reached the Queen's Gambit declined position. So now we're in a variation of the Queen's Gambit, even though they didn't, for their first move, they didn't do their Queen's pawn. They did it as their second move. But we're still in the Queen's Gambit position.
Oh.
So by a different order, that's what, so it's a transposition where you're transposing from one position to another. And so now this is where it gets freaky, because we have.
Okay, show me what happens next.
Well, this is just hilarious, because what will commonly happen is, see, I could take their pawn if I wanted to, but I don't really want to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my actually I recommend knight f3. I'm gonna move the knight to f3. I'm gonna do it, and then they think, oh, I'm gonna get. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not at the analysis board. I forgot. I'm not now the computer is choosing the move. So now they just move that knight there.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine, because I'm just totally just gonna pin the knight there against the queen. See.
Oh.
And now I don't know why they did that.
Yeah,
that's an extremely weird move.
Right.
But hey, whatever works, whatever floats your boat, right? And now I'm just gonna start getting my pawn over here. This is hilarious. See.
Oh, see, I yeah.
Yeah, see, this is great, because check this out. Now I'm just bringing this pawn up here, and I'm just gonna see what they do about it.
Oh no, they didn't.
Yeah. See, this is a level 1 computer, so they're not that smart. So now I'm gonna capture this pawn here, and this is just turning to be. Oh, now they now they accepted the Queen's Gambit. So now we've got a Queen's Gambit accepted position going on here. And see, now here's the funny part, is that now I will move this king's pawn here. And now they captured that pawn.
Oh my goodness.
But now this is the best part. I am going to destroy the computer here. So look at this. So we're going to attack this knight with this pawn. And what are they going to do? What's the computer going to... It's okay. It's a level 1 computer, so the level 1 computer is really stupid. So you'll be able to beat it. So they just move this pawn. Like, what is that pawn over there? That has nothing. Like, that's nothing. That has nothing to do with anything.
Oh my goodness.
So now this is see why I love chess. Okay. So this is so funny. So now we're just gonna go ahead and we're going to capture this knight with the bishop,
right?
Because now I'm attacking their queen and their rook, and they're just gonna let me take their queen. Like, really?
Oh my goodness.
Like, really, bro? You're gonna just let me take your queen with my bishop?
Oh my goodness.
But look, this is the perfect example.
They didn't even. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, see, they could have captured it.
Wow.
Look, see, I told you the level 1 computer is really stupid. Yeah,
I see that.
So you play the computer at lower levels when you're a new chess player, because you can win.
Right.
This proves that the level 1 computer is really stupid.
Right.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna finish the game, because I have to get to work. But
I know you do,
but here's the thing: is even while you're playing a game, you can go back back and look at the previous moves.
That's cool.
You can't modify them because this is a real game against the computer. But I'll just tell you, I won't be able to show you since we're not at the analysis board. So, because I had done this, what is a better? Can you pick out a better move for what if you were black? What would you do in this position?
If I was black?
Yeah, if you were the black player, remember I'm attacking your knight, and you can't do much about that here, obviously. But can you think of any other priorities in this game that you would do if it was your move in this position as
I
black?
would move that there.
Yes, you're correct.
I'm right?
That's the right answer.
I really got it right?
Yes, you did. And the reason that's correct is because if you did move the queen there to the B4 square, because we can't show people because we're not but if you did move the queen to the B4 square, that would put my king in check. Then that means I have to move my king or put something in the way, and then that gives you a chance to save that knight. You can move the knight out of the way. So you can save both the queen and the knight. Neither one will be captured if you play it right. And you picked out the best possible move.
Wow, cool.
You picked out the best possible move in this game of chess.
Wow, cool.
And I want to see something. Analysis here. Oh, check this out. Analysis. So see, puts me in check. I have to do something. So and then well, let's say if I want to block the check here, well then this knight still gets to get out of the way. So now it's really dangerous because now look at this. Now the knight and the queen are attacking this, and so that's just an example. But you did pick out the best move.
Cool.
And if you can have a chance to put your opponent in check, that just buys you more time to do whatever you were gonna do to them.
Right.
So yeah, you picked out the best possible move.
Cool.
You are a very good chess student, and you're actually smart. You just need some training.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna start falling for the queen's gambit. You're just gonna start taking my pawn and then give me control of the board. But I'm gonna train you to be so good at chess that one of these days you'll beat me.
Oh wow.
I think you can.
Wow.
Because I'm a pretty good chess player, but anyone can win in chess. That's the thing.
I just love the game so much.
I know. I love the players and I love the game. Just like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to get out of light chess and let's see what we have here. Oh, hey, Gracie says, hipster queen. That's right, Gracie. I am the hipster queen. I told you my friend Gracie comments on the streams. What did I tell you? Yeah, we have 2 viewers right now and I have 38 followers. We were going for about 35 minutes almost. So Gracie was commenting and I'm just going to say, hello, Gracie. Hello, Gracie. Yeah, I have to get to work because it's 8:58 right now. But see,
wow.
So I'm so glad I got to experience this moment with you because I teach chess to the whole world. Through the power of the internet, and I can do better on my computer, but right now I use the iPad as an example because you're right here on the couch, so it was easy to use the iPad.
Right.
So basically, people know me. I am Chastity, the chess coach.
That's so awesome.
And I teach people chess. This is what I do. Like, this is great. So people follow me on Twitch and on Instagram and stuff too. And so Gracie, my number 1 fan, Gracie.
That's so cool.
And now you are my number 1 chess student.
Yay.
Because you're my first chess student and nobody else is interested.
Oh,
and
well,
so you're
I'm here.
Yeah, so you're gonna be learning. So anyway,
thank you so much.
Yes, yeah.
Chastity.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so
And
much.
we'll just say goodbye to our audience.
Goodbye.
Yes. Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes. Then we just got to end the stream.
Board is set, let's play our game. Everyone can join the same. Pieces move their timeless dance. In chess, there's always a chance. Kings and queens on either side. Pawns advance with humble pride. No one's left out in this fight. A game of skill, no dark, no light. Chess for all, chess for you. Every move, it's something new. No matter who or where you are, in this game we're all a star. Black or white, it doesn't matter. On this board, no walls to shatter. Rich or poor, we all belong. In this fight, we're going strong. Even if you've never played, there's no need to be afraid. Anyone can learn this game. That's why chess has so much fame. Male or female, gay or straight, at this table no one's late. Every voice and move unique, all together we are sleek. Anyone can win this game, but when you lose, feel no shame. Even masters make mistakes, all your games are just remakes. Each new player finds their style, when you find it you will smile. Books and courses help us learn what we need to take our turn. Chess for all, chess for you. Every move,